This is just beautiful. Is it Wednesday?
My name is Jonathan.
Oh, wow, that was a big fish.
And this is Sheena.
We're off again. Hurrah!
And together we bought an oldish boat called Options.
So what do you think to this then, girls?
Options is our southerly 115 sailing yacht. And she is taking us to the Mediterranean Sea through France, a long way down. Coming up in this episode, Options gets her mast stepped. More shallow water navigation causes a rescue. And we leave home to start our long way down journey to the Med. Here's a quick recap of the last episode. We bought an oldish boat and sailed her home to Kingston upon Hull. Lifted her out of the water, scrubbed her bottom and completed upgrades, then added what we call the masthead for inland waterway navigation. Almost a year had passed since we became the new custodians of this boat, and now Options was spruced and ready for sailing again, except for one very important piece of missing equipment, the mast. With a new quantum radome fitted, some running rigging renewed, and masthead instruments checked, the mast was stepped by Kildale Marine and Hull Marina technicians. Running the new radar signal cable to the cockpit proved to be a serious challenge. But eventually persistence over many hours won the battle. Now, Options was ready for sailing again.
Some video.
After a couple of trips out on the river to test the rigging, and also to take family and friends out, we were out again enjoying a good sail up the river, running goose-winged ahead of an easterly breeze. Sheena's sister had come along for an afternoon of fun with us. Alison had never sailed before, and we were having a great time jibing occasionally across the narrow channels to make a turn back towards the marina, when disaster struck. The depth gauge dropped to 0, but Options kept on going. The helm was stuck. The boom was set for a broad reach, so the mainsail wouldn't drop. We ploughed on until eventually the depth of water was less than the boat's shallow draft of 80 centimetres. The keel had just swung up into the hull, and we were gliding across the mud. We were stuck. Worse than that, the tide was ebbing, and so the water level was dropping. This impromptu mooring on Redcliffe Middle, 3 miles west of the Humber Bridge, became our home for the next 11 days. Alison, who was only expecting to be away for an afternoon, was in quite a predicament. In fact, we all were really.
So what do you think to this then, girls?
Oh my word. Yuck. Mud. Mud. Glorious mud. Humber Rescue, a charity organisation, came to our help and belayed provisions to us so that we could at least have some food and water. Come on, me hearties!
A toothbrush to clean an elephant.
My word. What a beautiful afternoon.
Bad, isn't it? It's naughty.
On day 6, our friends at Northern Divers came to rescue Ali.
Alison, you're the one that we'll use to clean our toes.
On this training exercise, they were equipped with all the necessary tackle to get across the knee-deep mud at the water's edge. Oh my word, that looks hard work. Way down with so much mud. Having to physically lift Alison's feet and boots out of the mud. I don't go any closer because I'm not wearing anything except shorts and a t-shirt. Now for the long walk back. You can see Sheena on the deck looking over the top of the tent. Yorkshire flag's flying. Not quite sure whether in Lincolnshire or Yorkshire, but I'm claiming it as Yorkshire. So now we just wait it out until Wednesday. Today's Friday, rest of today, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and And then Wednesday's the next opportunity to get off the boat. Oh, well, not to get off the boat, but for the boat to get off land. Some water, spare fuel for the generator. Thank you, Val.
Oh,
thank you, Steve. Thank you, John. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, the crew of the Anne-Marie.
Thank you, everybody, as I said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just a bit of tidying up to do now.
Yeah, get rid of all the mud. Highest point on this mud flat, I think, and the only reason I think that is because here is where channels to drain start heading out to North Bank and South Bank. So there's the Humber Bridge, there's options, and here's the start of the channel that takes the water off the top of the mudflat and down towards the river.
Show me what you've done, SMCR, and he loves me.
That's where we walked yesterday. I don't know. If we could sail down that channel, it'd be great, wouldn't it? Or motor down it. The Humber Coast Guard assured me that I wasn't the first skipper and wouldn't be the last to go aground on the shifting mud banks of the Humber. High tide. Monday evening, and we've got 40 centimetres depth and also quite a stiff breeze and rain. What are we doing, darling?
VHF revision.
Are you?
I'm trying.
I think you got it taped.
Well, I'd like to get to the quiz bit and try it and then see what I don't know, but I'm going to work through this bit first.
Is it taking longer than you thought?
Use for the internet.
Okay. Oh!
Time for a cup of tea and cake, please.
Wow, look at this, Sheena.
it's a shame because it's a lovely evening.
It's beautiful.
It actually would have been, that would have been
It
nice.
would be lovely.
Tomorrow morning,
Yeah, I mean, we could leave tonight, but no,
Well,
I don't think we're
we
clear.
might, but we might suddenly
No.
get stuck somewhere else.
She's definitely moving now, isn't she? She's definitely bobbing.
But she's not moving.
No.
Good girl, you can do this.
Wow. That's good news. Well, kid, you've managed it.
Not
We're not off yet.
We aren't off yet.
But we
No.
were bobbing about a bit, weren't we?
We're bobbing about.
Tomorrow is going to be deeper.
So that's why we need to eat
We do.
and go to bed.
It is absolutely beautiful. For
It
our,
really is.
for our last night on the Red Cliff Middle.
How does this look? We're free. Oh, thank you ever so much, everybody, for all the support. It's been quite amazing. Oh, a bit emotional. We're coming home.
Hardly a breath of wind. Not long after this unscheduled adventure, we enjoyed short cruises up and down the river with people who remarkably still trusted us to take them out on the water. We'd spent many long hours preparing options for the journey, and now the time had arrived to start our long way down. We left Yorkshire with our course set on a heading to the very south of England.
It's raining, yeah.
Okay. These passages took us first to the mouth of the Humber and into Grimsby overnight. This town has reinvented itself as a centre of support for the offshore wind farms in the North Sea, which has added a new local economy to the age-old fishing industry. Here we are, heading for a wind farm with hardly any wind, punching against a tide that's stopping us from getting where we want to be, which is Wells. And we found out that Wells facilities are closed, so showers and toilets are not available. Something quite ethereal or majestic about a wind farm. It's not doing anything. Sheena doesn't believe we're in the North Sea.
Yeah, I really don't. So I'm going to do my own filming.
Beautiful. Not always like this, but glorious when it is. So we're very close to the bank, and Sheena's worried.
I don't want to see any more mud.
You'll see me cut across to that green buoy and we'll hug the greens now for a little while.